Good afternoon, America, and welcome to another episode of Manic Cinematics. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Chris.
Happy to be here, as always. It's a beautiful day here in Chicagoland. High of 60, low of 41.
Are you a weatherman now?
I'm a weatherman. I'm the weatherman, like Bill Paxton in Twister.
Oh my god. I've only seen that movie like twice, I think.
Man,
Yeah.
I've seen it twice, times 1,000.
So how you feeling, Pat? We missed last week, man.
We did miss last week, and our audience is pissed.
Josh.
Yep. Hi, Josh.
How's it going, bud? Oh man, he's like, oh man, they shouted me out.
Shout out. But which Josh are we talking about? It could be any Josh. You never know. Man.
Yeah, you're right.
Could be Josh from that band when I was younger that ate all the chips that I brought.
Man, have you maybe he's gonna reach out to you right now?
You think so?
I think so.
Cool.
He's gonna be like, I'm sorry, I ate all those chips.
Ah!
So I was gonna ask you, man, how have you been, man? What did you do last week since we didn't get together?
I worked.
I did not.
then I worked some more, and then when I thought I couldn't work anymore, I worked another day.
Yeah?
A whole 5 days last week. It
Wow.
was bullshit. I mean, I like my 3-day weeks. Thank you very much.
I feel that too. Yeah.
My paid 3-day weeks. Yeah.
I've been terrible with it because like with our job, it's so easy to give away. Right now, it's so easy to shift trade. So I've been giving away, especially because like I just been lazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I haven't been motivated to go to work, but I just got my paycheck and it's not looking so good. Yeah, but no.
Not
But
to say that it's a bad job, but it's one of those jobs where you either really have to like it or don't be there. You know, I got no beef with it right now. For a change, I feel like things are okay at work.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you, man.
I'm proud.
I'm indifferent right now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it gets. I'm hoping like in the coming weeks, like after we hit the 1 year mark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yay, you know.
Eventually, our sales will improve. But, it takes time to get the ropes.
What I was gonna say to you, man. Did you catch the Super Bowl?
I didn't actually.
You didn't catch the Super Bowl?
I don't watch hockey. No.
Oh no. Shit. What about basketball?
Is that the one with the hoop?
Yeah.
I don't do that one either. Not much of a sports guy.
Nah, man. I was going for the 49ers specifically because of this one TikTok account. And it's like this family, like this like Latino family, and then like the dad is like, it reminds me a lot of my my future father-in-law. Right. So I was like, oh, okay, he's a really big 49ers fan. So I'm like, I'm gonna root for this team, and hopefully, they win. But no, they didn't win, man.
I won $16 off of it.
Oh,
so I don't know who won though. I put it down.
Oh, Kansas City.
Okay, fair enough. I think that was who I bet on.
Yeah. I was debating on betting on Kansas City too.
They had the lower odds. That's why I was like.
Because they weren't that good of a team throughout the season. Yeah, they didn't hit their stride to the playoffs. Yeah, but it was an okay game.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Usually, like, I at least kind of like pop the Super Bowl on, but this year it didn't have that. It was like Christmas. It just didn't have those vibes this year. I'm like, nah, put it on next month. You know?
I'm just happy I saw it for that Michael Cera commercial. Did you see it? No? Okay, after we're done with this podcast, I want you to look at this Michael Cera commercial.
I do enjoy me some Michael Cera.
He quotes, "Let my cream hydrate you."
Okay.
That's the greatest line I've ever heard in any commercial.
And because it's coming from Michael Cera, that just makes it 1,000 times better.
That's why.
He just looks like a nice guy.
Yeah, man. So we missed a lot last week, but I think it's time to like get into some movie news, dude. We'll talk about some of the Super Bowl trailers like at the end of our podcast because I feel like there's a lot of trailers that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. And
there's some that you're not looking forward to.
Yeah. Twisters. Bullshit sequel.
But yeah, we're gonna see like what we're excited about, what we're not excited about. That. Other than that, let's talk about some major news, man. So legit, if we had recorded last week, we could have like put this out as it was breaking news. But all 4 members of the Fantastic Four have officially been cast, dude.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Yeah, we have Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards / Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. I don't know who Vanessa Kirby is, I'm not gonna lie.
No, neither do I.
I think it says she was in the newest Mission Impossible movies from 2018 and onward.
Okay, She's part of Cruz's team?
Yeah.
She a Scientologist too?
Oh, God, I hope not. Oh, they're going to come after us now, dude.
I saw that commercial and it scared the hell out of me. I'm like, they're growing!
They're expanding. They're organized.
They are organized.
Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. Do you know who Joseph Quinn is?
I believe he's a Scientologist.
No, he's not. He's I think his character was named Eddie from Stranger Things. He was
the guitar guy.
Yeah, the master. Yeah. He was all over your TikTok FYP in 2022.
Okay.
There's so many thirst traps made of him, you know.
Right, yeah.
And it's a surprising casting for me because I don't really find him like super attractive. Like I don't like. Okay, I'm like.
But you find him somewhat attractive.
All right,
fair enough.
I'm straight, but
it's okay to find beauty in a man.
Yeah, I'm man enough to admit that like when a guy's handsome, you know. But yeah, I don't think Joseph Quinn does not like portray to me like, oh yeah, you know, Johnny Storm kind of levels of hot.
Right.
Wink, wink. But.
Oh, I see what you.
Human Torch. You like that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I got some of them, you know.
Oh yeah. Zing.
But no, yeah, a lot of people there's a lot of backlash on this casting choice because they don't see him as Johnny Storm.
But he was so likable as Eddie.
That's the thing. He's so charismatic as Eddie. I think he does have the potential to be a good Johnny Storm.
Well, like we have this stigma where a superhero has to be like a flawlessly good-looking individual.
Yeah, and
like why can't it just be a regular guy? You know?
I agree. I'm like again, I don't see him as Johnny Storm, but. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully he proves us all wrong.
Yeah.
And probably I think from this cast he might be like the surprise, you know. He might even beat out Pedro Pascal in terms of charismaticness.
This is true. I do enjoy me some Pedro too. He just seems like a cool dude, you know?
Dude, he's everywhere right now, man.
I know.
I mean good for him though.
Yeah,
honestly.
He just came out of nowhere too, because it was what was he on that was just
Narcos was like his break, like what made him like super popular.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And ever since then, he's just been in every project since then, like Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And then, like, he did that movie with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, The Unbearable Weight of Massive
Such a good movie, dude. Oh, did you watch it?
I did. I liked it because it was just Nicolas Cage pretending to be Nicolas Cage. Which made
I'm Nick fucking Cage.
Yeah. And, like, I don't think he's really like that in real life. One of the funniest stories I heard about that guy was he was at his uncle Francis Ford Coppola's party one time, and a guy.
Wait, hold up. Sorry to interrupt you. Francis Ford Coppola is his uncle?
Yeah, his name's Nicholas Coppola.
Shut up, man.
Look at Fast Times at Ridgemont High. When he's in there for like 2 seconds, he's credited as Nicholas Coppola.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wonder why he changed his name then.
Because it's cooler or something. I read it somewhere. He's like,
maybe he wants to make a name for himself.
Yeah. You know, but like that's the thing. You know, he just seems like a really easily entertained guy because this guy came skydiving in and Nicolas Cage looks at him and goes, I want to be that guy, you know?
For those of you who don't know, Francis Ford Coppola directed The Outsiders and most notably The Godfather.
The Uncle.
Oh, look at that. The Uncle.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
The Italian Uncle. It's a great movie.
And last but not least, we have Elon Musk Bacharach as I don't even know if I pronounced that right, as The Thing.
Okay.
Slash Ben Grimm.
You said Elon Musk is playing him?
No, Elon Musk Bacharach?
Gotcha. I thought you said Elon Musk. I'm like, okay, I can see that. He's a disgusting creature. The Thing is a disgusting creature. You know,
and you are on fire today.
I'm in my bitch mood. What can I say?
Oh my goodness. No, but like I don't know him. Oh yeah, I think it's hitting for me too. I don't know him either. I think his most notable recent work is being in The Bear. So if it's who I'm thinking it is from the picture, like then yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, The Bear's a good show. I've caught a few episodes of that.
Dude, I tried watching the first episode. It gave me so much anxiety. Yeah, I couldn't watch it. I was like, nah.
That's why I didn't like it. Like, I don't get me wrong, I really liked it, but like, I worked in a kitchen. Yeah, that was a little too close to home for me.
Are you talking about the studio making beats in the kitchen, or are you talking about like?
No, like actual like kitchen.
I know it was a joke.
With fire and forks and sporks and kaporks. Going Dr. Seuss here.
I was gonna give something out, but I don't know what rhymes with kaporks, man.
Support. I got nothing.
Let's see, man. Yeah, the release date of that movie is going to be July 25th, 2025, which is interesting because it's going to be competing against James Gunn's new Superman movie, which is the start of the new DC universe.
Ooh.
I'm really excited about that movie too, man.
What's it rated?
PG-13.
Oh, yeah, all right. I was kind of hoping he would go Brightburn with it.
No.
An evil Superman.
No, we already had like too many of those, man.
Yeah, no, none of them were done right.
I think Homelander, Omni-Man from Invincible.
This is true. Yeah. Well, Homelander's probably the best out of all of them, but Brightburn was pretty good. I liked it.
It is. I'm just kind of tired of that trope because it's been done to death in the comics, and then like now in movies. Like I'm ready to see my, all-American Superman.
Unless they bring back Brandon Routh, I don't want to hear it. I miss him. He was
that dude could have done so well with that role. Good. Yeah, he could have done so well. I feel like that was like a missed opportunity. But
the sad thing is, I'll always know him as the guy from Scott Pilgrim. I don't know the meaning of the word. He really doesn't.
Oh man, what's my favorite line from that movie? I think it's you punched the highlights out of his hair, her hair. Oh my goodness, man, he's so good in that movie too. New trailer for X-Men '97. This is a continuation of the '90s X-Men TV show.
Okay.
The animated TV show. It premieres March 20th on Disney Plus. Dude, I'm kind of hyped. I grew up with this. Like I'm a Fox kid.
Okay. Yeah. I remember Fox Kids.
Yeah, dude, I love Fox Kids.
Goosebumps and
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Erie, Indiana.
Yeah.
All the good ones.
The animated Spider-Man.
Yes.
The original Batman the Animated Series originally premiered there. Then they got moved to the Kids WB.
That's where I remember watching.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't remember it on Fox. I remember reruns on Fox. But
No, it was originally on there. And then when when WB is like, let's make our own Kids Network.
Yeah.
That's when it got moved over. And then they had all their DCAU over there. But yeah.
So, they never do another Batman animated series without Kevin Conroy.
R.I.P. man.
I know.
R.I.P. I think it's gonna be very different to like. I mean, there are actors that have done a really good job voicing Batman, but I don't think any one of them like captures that essence like.
They weren't personified.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. Especially because he was such a big icon to the LGBTQ community too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either.
I didn't until after he died. Not that not.
Wow.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Batman's gay?
I've never heard of a gay superhero. We need more of those. Or at least one of those. That would be kind of cool.
Man. There's a lot right now, actually, man.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot right now.
Rock and roll.
I wasn't going to say, but several of the original voice cast is returning for the X-Men TV show. I don't know why. I know, like, from the trailer, Wolverine sounds a little different, but I'm assuming that's due to age because it's the same voice actor, Cal Dodd. So I'm assuming the ones that are reprising the roles are the ones that are still able to imitate or kind of like sound like how they did in the 90s.
Yeah. And
the ones that are coming back as new characters are coming back simply because they aged out of the role, basically. All
right, fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm excited about that TV show. It looks sick.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like underneath Marvel's new animation umbrella, Marvel Animation.
Okay.
Yeah, so
they're really branching out.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. About time though.
Yeah.
Concept art from a pitch Batman Beyond animated film by director Patrick Harpin and P.D. Yuki Demers. They both worked on Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
But the concept art looks so fucking sick, man.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. It got me so excited. It got like the whole Batman Beyond community, the whole DCAU community excited because, for me, I grew up on Batman Beyond. That's like my Batman. Because I think by the time like the anime series finished, I was still an infant,
Yeah.
So when Batman Beyond premiered, I was growing up and I was watching it on Kids WB. So I've been hungry for some Batman Beyond content outside of the comic books. But here's the thing. So they pitched it before, and then this is what they had to say. Before we pitched, they warned us. There's absolutely no way we can do a Beyond movie. But they loved our enthusiasm. We pitched the outline. And so, like, the thing is, Warner Brothers doesn't make good decisions, in my opinion.
No.
Have you heard about Coyote versus Acme?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so David Zaslav...
it's been in, like, developmental hell for, what, like 10 years or some shit like that?
Yeah, and then now they finally finished production, and David Zaslav wants to write it off as, like, a tax write-off,
Oh, that's... Okay, I remember this, yeah.
So, it not only was it Coyote versus Acme, another big one was... was a Porky and the Daffy Duck animated short or like movie that was gonna come out.
Nice.
It's not coming out anymore. Another one was the sequel to, like a prequel to Scoob, the animated film that came out like 2020.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
the first movie to like be released to Netflix,
so,
I believe.
Yeah,
like, without being in the theater or some shit like that.
Yeah, so they had finished working on the Christmas special for it, but they wrote it off for tax purposes. And everybody's gunning for like David Zassoff's head right now, because to me, if a movie is practically done, or it's already over, or it's already like finished, why not just release it to the public? Right. Why write it off as a tax write-off just so you can make more money?
Put it on the shelf.
It just hurts me, because this is like, for me, movies are art. Good or bad. You know, people put their hard work into it. They put obviously their time into it. So it just sucks to me seeing it. But
it's a wasted effort.
I'm hoping that David Zassoff gets out of the picture soon, because I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it anymore. But again,
it sucks when an idiot's in charge.
Oh my god. USA. Vote 2024, bro.
USA.
I saw somebody and a comedian, he was saying, he's like, I feel like Biden and Trump are like two drunk, like you're at a party and they're the two drunk friends that you get introduced to drive you on the way home, and you got one guy who's really drunk and one guy who's really high, and they're supposed to drive you home. I was like, that's so good.
My one like for Trump came when we had $1.69 gas again. I was like, he did something. I don't know what he did. I don't know what that fucking guy did, but he did something.
The pandemic.
Yeah. Was it just the pandemic?
I think that's the main reason. It was the pandemic. It was like, the world was going to shit at the time. So like,
Well, now I'm down to zero. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but supposedly now that they haven't workshopped that concept art to James Gunn, it's getting a lot of traction online. So I'm hoping that James Gunn is eventually going to see it, and maybe they'll be able to pitch it again. And now this time James Gunn is ahead of like the DC production aspect. So hopefully now it won't fall into like what's that phrase?
Developmental hell?
No, like empty years or something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you get it. Okay. Moving on. The first set photo of Stitch in live action from the Lilo and Stitch remake was just leaked online. It was leaked on TikTok because they're filming, I think, in Hawaii.
Okay.
And they have like a Stitch stand-in. So like for those, how like if you ever have like those live action / CGI animated movies,
they're dressed in little green suits and stuff.
Yeah, not in this case. So how like, for example, in Ted, he's not in the movie, right? But they still had a teddy bear right there, so you can kind of see the eye level and everything like that. Yeah, so that's basically what they're doing with the Stitch right now. Like the Stitch model, having them like, oh, this is where he's gonna be, like how he's gonna look like sitting down on the toy car, on like the RC car and all that stuff,
So they're pulling a Gremlins with it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
there's a movie just like that. It was called Gremlins.
It's a good movie.
That is a great movie.
I've never seen Gremlins 2, but I really want to see it.
It's good. Joe Dante.
I know.
Yeah,
I've seen like reviews of it, but I haven't gotten the chance to see it.
It's different.
Yeah.
Like it's not bad. It's more of a comedy than the first one. The first one was more of like a horror comedy. The second one is just like a self-referential, goofy movie.
Yeah. What was I going on with that? Yeah, but no, it's Stitch is gonna be CGI. He doesn't look as awful as people thought he was gonna look like. And now they're saying that the movie's not gonna. Originally, it was just gonna go to Disney Plus, but now they have faith in this product.
Okay.
So it's gonna be released in theaters.
All right. I can see 9-year-old girls fawning over a little stuffed Stitch. Everyone else says, what is it, Baby Yoda?
Baby
Yoda.
Yoda.
The next Baby Yoda, I think.
No, he's still gonna be CGI. He's not gonna be like Baby Yoda, like where he's animatronic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe they maybe he look. Because obviously this isn't the finished product yet.
Right.
So I'm hoping, like, to me he still looks kind of but hopefully in the finished product he looks a lot better.
Right.
Yeah. So another thing, moving on to streaming services, man, because we love talking about streaming services, man. Paramount and Comcast have discussed potentially combining Paramount Plus and Peacock into one service. Dude. I'm getting kind of tired of all these streaming services.
Yeah,
being honest,
I think I have 9.
You have 9, dude?
I believe I do. Yeah.
Shut up.
I got AMC Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu, Peacock, Netflix, Prime. I don't really count Prime though. Discovery Plus.
I think they're starting to charge now, like
What?
for Prime.
Yeah, they're putting ads in there.
Yeah, so like if you want the ad-free version, you gotta pay extra now.
It's not that bad though, because it's only one ad usually, and it's only like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that I'm okay with, but
you know, it's not like Hulu where it's like every 15 seconds it's an ad and it's the same goddamn one every time.
I can't do it, man.
No,
I think they do it on purpose too, you know.
I'm getting rid of Hulu though. $18 a month, like.
Just get the Disney Plus bundle. With the Disney Plus bundle, you get Disney Plus and not sponsored by the way. With the Disney Plus bundle, you get Disney Plus, Hulu, and then ESPN Plus all together for one package.
How much?
I think I'm paying like 20 something for it.
Is it the ad-free version?
Ad-free, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's a lot cheaper.
I'm gonna get rid of Disney Plus and Hulu then. Focus on my ESPN watching. Which one is that? Is that like the Spice Channel?
Yeah, it's the Spice Channel.
Oh, cool! Can't wait to watch ESPN.
Yeah, but Paramount Global has held recent talks with Comcast about joining forces in streaming through a partnership or joint venture among several potential strategic options for entertainment companies pursuing. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. Anyways, the whole reason I think they're doing this is because a lot of the other like newer streaming services are struggling right now, dude.
Yeah.
I think right now Netflix, Max.
Oh, I have Max too,
yeah.
but I get that for free.
Really?
AT&T.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was gonna say like, I don't get it for free.
It's okay. That's
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay for it because like it has good movies on there, but they were good movies like 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Like there's newer stuff on there, but it's not as good as like the newer stuff you would find on other streaming services.
Yeah, so that's another thing too. Like obviously Netflix has all this like newer stuff that's coming out specifically from in-house. But a lot of these new streaming services are kind of struggling coming up with content for that.
Yeah.
Or like just outright canceling it. Paramount Plus, I
have that too.
Dude, I'm still not over it. Like, did you ever see Rise of the Pink Ladies? It came out last June.
Is that a Grease spin-off?
It's a Grease like prequel.
Oh.
It's like how the Pink Ladies came to be.
Oh, I don't know.
It was so good, dude.
It was good?
It was really good. I mean, the production quality, the set design, everything about that series, I was really hyped for.
Is it a musical too?
It is a musical.
Oh,
dude,
right.
It's banging. They have like some songs are hit or miss, but like every episode like at least has one good song. You know? But yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. Again, it's just a potential combining. I think it's mainly to compete with Netflix. I also heard that other like, there's like even now I could see they're starting to put like some like platform stuff onto other platforms. Like Max is putting like some of their exclusives onto Netflix.
Yeah.
Peacock as well. I guess they're just starting to realize like, hey, we can't compete. You know.
Right.
People are not subscribing to everything.
Man, I'm hoping Max.
Besides Patrick. Besides Patrick, not everybody's subscribing to everything.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I'm hoping that Max. They're remaking Salem's Lot, the Stephen King vampire story, and it was supposed to come out like a year ago, but it's in my phrase of the day, developmental hell. So I think they're thinking of releasing it straight to Max. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right.
That's like hit or miss though.
Right.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing. It sounds like it's going to be a good movie, but like I don't think they have faith in it.
Yeah.
Like, we should have done one of his other. I mean, I know he didn't write a lot, Stephen King, but like, I'm sure out of like the 700 stories and novels that he's written, he could have picked one that everybody would like.
Yeah, for me personally, I don't have faith in like direct to streaming projects anymore, unless it's by Netflix or Apple TV.
Yeah,
Apple TV has had some real good hitters.
It was supposed to be a theatrical release, but you know,
well, fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. 28 Days Later. That's one of my favorite movies. It's my girlfriend's favorite movie.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, she loves that movie.
Love me some Cillian Murphy.
I didn't even know that was him until I looked back on it and I was like, oh man, that's Cillian Murphy.
Going back to Finding Beauty in a Man, Mr. Murphy.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's a beautiful man. Beautiful.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't see it.
Really?
Nah.
He just looks like a cuddler.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like me with Timothée Chalamet. Like Timothée Chalamet, all the girls are fawning over him.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Like he can't like I admit that he's attractive, but I don't get the hype about him. You know.
It's because they can get free candy from him.
A Wonka.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. He did pretty decent in that role.
Was it a decent movie?
I love Wonka.
I didn't want to see it.
It's good.
Okay.
You got to be more open to it, man.
I know. I'm just prequels and sequels.
I
and
know,
reboots,
man. But
remakes.
there are some stuff, man.
I know.
Stop being a sour Sally, man.
I am a sour Sally. I'm a rabid porcupine when it comes to these things.
Oh my god. Where was I? 28 Days Later is not available on any streaming VOD platform. And you were like, oh, that's not too bad. I got the Blu-ray. No, guess what? The Blu-ray is currently out of print. So what's going on is that I believe Sony Pictures bought the rights to 28 Days Later because they're making the new third installment in the franchise.
I can't wait.
28 years later, Cillian Murphy's gonna be back.
Yes.
Killian or Cillian? Killian, right?
Is it Killian?
I want to say it's Killian, right?
The Irish with their impossible to pronounce names.
Yeah, well,
you ever seen how they spell Aoife?
No.
It's like Aoife.
Huh.
Yeah. Or Siobhan. You'd think there'd be a V in there.
Yeah.
No. Siobhan.
I would assume it's Killian because Celtic is Celtic, even though it's with a C.
It's not Celtic?
No, that's an American thing, man.
Classic America.
Yeah.
Ruining everything.
Yeah, dude. So, Disney lost the rights to the independently financed original film, with them now only owning the rights to the Searchlight's financed sequel 28 weeks later. That's why you can't find it on any streaming sites, and why the Blu-ray disc is out of print. Sony now owns the rights to the film, with it being part of the package they acquired when they bought the rights to the upcoming blah blah blah. We just discussed this 28 years later. So presumably Sony will be reissuing the film later in the near future.
Okay.
But it kind of sucks, man, because this is like the product of like the death of physical media, man.
I know.
When I saw this as a headline, I'm like, dude, like I wish I bought that movie because I don't have that movie.
Go to eBay.
Oh shit, you're right. You're right.
Electronicbay.com.
But
it's a great website.
I know, but you know what sucks? I can't go to Best Buy and buy the movie now off the shelves.
Man, when I was working at Best Buy, I had that discount there. It was cost plus 5%, which it doesn't sound like.
You worked at Best Buy?
I worked at Best Buy.
I worked at Best Buy.
Yeah. What store? Oh yeah. I was about to say what store number, but that there's probably Best Buy listeners.
Dude,
they're like, I was there.
I don't remember that store. I don't remember the store number, but yeah, I'll tell you after the podcast. Yeah.
But yeah, like when I was there, the discount was actually pretty good.
It's like, really good.
Yeah. Cost plus, people are like, 5%. I'm like, no, cost plus 5%. So if it costs $1.99 to make, that's what you pay.
It was mainly on the Insignia products, though.
Yeah, and Rocket Fish.
Yeah. I think they got rid of Rocket Fish by the time I got in.
I think so. I don't see them anymore, but they used to be really good. I would buy like HDMI cables from them, XLR cables from them, patch cables, a lot of cables. I'm a cable guy, just like that movie with Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber.
Shut up. Yeah, man, but it just bums me out because I hope that this trend of like killing off physical media is that's all it is, a trend. I'm hoping it comes back like vinyls do.
I was about to say vinyls.
Yeah.
I'm actually about to take my mom's record player and start using that because Alkaline Trio has one of their albums on vinyl, and I thought that would be kind of cool to, I don't know, hang it on the wall. You know what I mean, like they did back in the '60s. Yeah,
it's a cool thing having like the actual product on your shelf to display.
Yeah.
But also able to like actually own it, because when you buy something digitally, whether it be on Amazon, on Apple, or wherever you buy your movies, whatever.
Okay, buy.
Buy. Yes, Patrick, buy.
Yes.
Buy.
Purchase.
But the thing is, like, when you buy those things, you don't actually own them. If Amazon wanted to, they could be like, oh, we don't own the rights to do it anymore. Whoop, it's out of your account.
Yeah.
Even though you purchased it. But, yeah, it bums me out, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it is re-released. And so hopefully it gets remastered. They're talking about that, and there's gripes are like, oh, should it be remastered? It was shot in a specific way, blah 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 this. But I just want to own the movie. Moving on. The Ferris Bueller's Day Off spin-off film is moving forward with David Katzenberg set to direct.
Okay.
I don't know who David Katzenberg is.
He's done a lot of movies. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but he's like the James Cromwell of directing. He just kind of randomly pops up in there, and it's David Katzenberg. Okay, but I don't know, a spin-off to Ferris Bueller.
I know you're gonna be sour Sally about it, but I want to tell you what it is. Okay. The film is titled Sam and Victor's Day Off. Will follow the same day adventure of the valets who took the Ferrari on the joyride.
Really?
That's fucking genius,
okay,
dude.
that's a good idea. All right, I might see it.
Right? I always wondered what they did, like
Right.
after they took the Ferrari, man.
Right.
So it's amazing to me that that this concept actually came into like fruition, man.
I do enjoy the fact that it'll be taking place in like 1986.
Yeah,
so,
it'd be cool. I just like Ferris Bueller is like one of the few John Hughes movies that actually holds up to me. I tried watching Pretty in Pink.
No.
It doesn't hold up. There's a little rapey.
I was about to say
A little rapey.
that's the one with the date rape scene.
Nah,
How can I forget? Did we do it last night? I think so. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's a normal reaction to finding out you've been slept with involuntarily.
That's so gross, man. And then what's up? Breakfast Club? Yeah, doesn't hold up either.
I don't think it ever held up.
Really? I liked it the first time I watched it when I was in high school, but
Well, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. It was a great movie, but like, what principal would leave 6 kids alone?
unattended.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
You know, he's priding himself.
Hey
on
man,
every-
it was the '80s. Okay,
Yeah,
they
I
could get
know.
away with that stuff. I could walk down like,
Lincoln Avenue.
yeah, in the '80s. That'd be fine. And my 5-year-old self. Who knows? It was
My unborn self.
yeah. I don't know. A lot of John Hughes movies, the writing I find like, oh man, like for example, Pretty in Pink, like it's like the date rape scene, or Breakfast Club, or how the main character that you're supposed to sympathize with is constantly harassing Molly Ringwald's character.
Yeah.
And it's just
He was doing that to her in real life too, to add to his character. Like that,
Shut up.
I think they really didn't get along on set because he was just constantly giving her shit, and I'm like, oh Judd, you know.
What's his name again? Judd what?
Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson. Yeah.
Easier to pronounce than Cillian Murphy.
Kill-
It's actually pronounced Jude Nelson. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Devontae? Or what's the Key and Peele skit? Balake? Balake?
Aaron?
Aaron? Balake! Oh man. Yeah, so that's all about the movie news I have for today. Other than Dune just got scored, Dune 2, the sequel. It's already at 95% Rotten Tomatoes, man.
Rock and roll.
Dude,
Even with Zendaya in there?
Zendaya?
Yeah.
Dude, I love Zendaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, no?
She doesn't. She's wooden.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Like, she seems cool. You know, like,
Yeah.
she's a decent actress, but, like, she's like Aubrey Plaza. You know what I mean? Where,
Yeah.
like, she has that same face. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I like Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Because, like, she has. That's her thing, is just
Yeah.
being kind of stone-faced, you
Yeah.
know, and just kind of dry and sarcastic. But when I see Zendaya, I'm just like, put some emotion into it. Just a little.
I think it's because Aubrey Plaza, that's how she actually is in real life.
Yeah.
And then in contrast to Zendaya, like in real life, she's like very charismatic, very...
Right. I've seen interviews with her, and she's, like I said, she seems like a cool chick. I'm just like, try a little harder, you know?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, okay. I could kind of see it. It's
Yeah.
fair. It kind of reminds me of like our first podcast when we were talking about Jenna Ortega and like how like you were just like, she doesn't really like...
She's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like she's not a bad actress. She just rubs me the wrong way for some reason. I don't know what she did. You know, maybe it's because she took over from The Babysitter, and she was like the new chick, and like the sequel to that movie was awful. Like, I'm sorry, but like I know they brought B back and the whole original cast back and everything, but like that was why the ending of the first one was so awesome, was because Cole finally makes his his mark and everything. He gets the girl, he saves the day, and then all of a sudden they just piss all over it in the new one.
Pat, I'm not gonna lie to you. You lost me there. What's what? The Babysitter?
The Babysitter. That's a great movie. It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those direct to Netflix ones, but it's just unbelievably good.
Is that the one where the kid
yeah,
the kid has to fight
the cult?
the cult?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Jenna Ortega right now.
Yeah, she's in the sequel.
Gotcha.
Like, the first one, you think he's gonna get the chick, like his best friend, and then they make her into the bad guy in the second one, and she's like the leader.
What a twist!
I know. I'm like, what the hell are you trying to do?
Yeah.
I was really surprised because it was a McG movie, and I don't know, his stuff's usually a lot better than that. I was super disappointed.
I see that.
2 thumbs down, McG.
I like the first one. The first one was pretty good.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was goofy. It had the stop motion and everything with like the credits and everything underneath there and like little biographies about people. I'm like, all right, I like that. I like when they introduce a character, it freezes, and then they have little bits of dialogue.
Oh, the information,
right?
Kind of like Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
I like that, but like the sequel just didn't have any of that. It was missing all the love of the.
It didn't have the soul.
It didn't have the soul of the original.
Yeah, I get that. I see that. I remember trying to watch it when it first came out. I was like super excited, and then it just didn't like even like within the first 10 minutes. I'm like, this feels different.
It didn't feel good.
Yeah, no. But you know what does feel good?
A handy. Besides
that.
A ZJ?
A good dark comedy.
Yes. That too. Yeah. With the ZJ.
A good dark comedy feels really good. Speaking of good dark comedies, man, let's move on to our topic of the day, or movie of the day. I'm sorry.
Giddy up.
Yeah. Lisa Frankenstein, directed by Zelda Williams. This is Frankenstein. Lisa Frankenstein. Directed by Zelda Williams, who you may know as the daughter of Robin Williams. Dude,
incomparable.
This was her feature directorial debut, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, she did. I don't think she knocked it out of the park, but she definitely got like a two-base run, you know?
Yeah, it was a lot of point and shoot, but like it was stylishly pointed and shot.
Yeah.
Not too many crazy camera angles, which is kind of cool. Like it could have used a few random shots in there, but for the most part, she just kind of sat behind the camera and said, "Fuck it, we're making a movie."
Dude, and honestly, I think a lot of that credit goes to her as well as the writer, which is Diablo Cody. You might know as a screenwriter for Juno. She also wrote Jennifer's Body.
Yep. And this movie takes place in the same universe.
Oh, you read that too?
Yeah. I didn't know that. I'm like, I was trying to remember like any references to Jennifer's Body, but the only one I could think of was that they named the cemetery Bachelor's Grove, like ours over here.
So that's the thing. The whole Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is based off the one here.
Yeah.
Because that's not a common thing in America.
No. That's why I thought it took place in Illinois at first. I was like, really? They filmed it here and I didn't even know that? Holy shit, where have I been?
Well, where's Cole Sprouse? But yeah, no, Lisa Frankenstein is... let me give you a quick plot synopsis. After suffering an unspeakable tragedy, Lisa finds herself at a new school her senior year in 1989, struggling to fit in, despite her sister Taffy, quote-unquote sister, Taffy trying to get her to conform to her more typical cheerleader vibe. When a freak accident reanimates a corpse from the abandoned cemetery where she was spending time, she must keep his arrival a secret from her family and classmates, all while deciding how much she wants to help him and at what cost.
Creepy.
It is creepy. It stars Katherine Newton as Lisa Swallows. A lonely girl still reeling from her mother's axe murder. Cole Sprouse as the Creature, a Victorian-era man who is resurrected from his grave by lightning. Lisa Soberano, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, as Taffy Swallows, Lisa's stepsister. Henry Eikenberry as Michael Trent, Lisa's crush. Joe Kress as Dale Swallows, Lisa's father. Carla Gugino? Carla Gugino. There we go.
The chick from Son-in-Law.
Yeah. She plays Janice Swallows, the stepmom. Bryce Romero as Doug, Lisa's lab partner, and Jenna Davis as Lori, Taffy's best friend. Dude, honestly, man, this cast was pretty good. I think the casting choices were really well done.
Yeah, everyone did a really good job, to be honest. Like, I couldn't think of anybody who was, like, off-key or wouldn't, but everyone had, like, that quirky vibe to them.
Yeah.
Even, like, the characters that didn't get much dialogue. Not the Creature, obviously. Like, he was meant not to have dialogue, but, like... the cheerleader friends and stuff, like,
yeah, but we'll get into it with the spoiler talk.
Yeah.
But like, I think Katherine Newton really
she knocked it out of the park,
dude. I think she's definitely, dude. In my opinion, like she was able to go from like a quirky, awkward, shy girl who's not really fitting in to like this very charismatic, dark, sinister, quote unquote I would say villain then.
Anti-hero?
Anti-hero?
I would say anti-hero.
Anti-hero, yeah.
She didn't really
kill anybody who didn't deserve it.
Right. And
minus like one person, I think.
She didn't really kill anybody though. She
was just the accomplice.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, we spoiled it.
Oh well.
No, but I do think that she was able to like portray her emotions. At the beginning of the film, when she's like very awkward and still like trying to find herself, dude, I found myself like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, she's adorable, man. Like I'd ask her out to the prom, shit. And then when she's like becoming this badass, what's the word I'm looking for? Badass. What? Heroine. Yeah. Yeah. She was anti-heroine. She was able to really personify that. I think. Cole Sprouse, I think, as the creature, dude, he did so well.
He did. He really did. I mean, for just, spoiler alert, but for communicating with nothing but grunts and eye movements throughout the entire thing.
Oh yeah, Cole Sprouse has no dialogue in this movie, minus at the end, but it's insane what he was able to do. Yeah. And I think that's because to prepare for his role as a creature, Cole Sprouse trained with a movement coach and mime coach, Lauren Eric Salm, for several months in Los Angeles. Salm helped Sprouse develop the creature's movement, and because the character doesn't speak in the film, he used mime techniques to help Sprouse learn to express his thoughts, emotions, and personality entirely non-verbally. And it shows, dude.
Yeah.
It really does show. I think his physical acting in this movie is really top-notch, in my opinion. I think it's one of the best physical acting performances I've seen, in my opinion. I would attribute it to, like, maybe... I'm trying to think of another good physical...
just like non-verbal.
Yeah, just non-verbal.
Like Nicolas Cage in Willy's Wonderland.
Your fascination with Nick Cage today, man.
I love me some Nick Cage. Can't help it. The guy's he plays the same thing in every single movie.
He's Nick fucking Cage, man.
Fucking Cage.
Liza Soberano, dude, as the stepsister.
I liked her.
Dude,
she was such a goon, man. She cracked me up.
And I thought it was so well done, too, because her character is very different from what like I would expect from like that character type.
The cheerleader
type, yeah. Right? The cheerleader type, you think she's gonna be all bitchy,
right?
You think she's not gonna be sweet. You think she's gonna hate her stepsister for moving in. When it first started, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a Cinderella kind of type of deal. And it kind of was, minus the fact that Taffy did genuinely try to be a sister for Lisa. And I think she's a very famous Filipino actress, dude.
That's what I was reading earlier.
Yeah, she's in like a whole bunch of other projects and stuff like that.
Her like real life husband are in like 10 different movies together.
So she's married?
I think so. They call her her reel to reel beau.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if they're just like dating, engaged, or married, but they're. Enrique Gil was the guy, or Gilles. Gilles. Is the guy's name, and like I was looking up on IMDb, I'm like, damn, she's been in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, dude.
Been the family breadwinner since she was 13. I'm like, holy shit,
dude. How old is she, dude?
She was born in '98.
Oh, dude, she's young, man.
Yeah.
She's like what, 25?
Something.
25 going on 26.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I think she did a really good job portraying like a very charismatic, quirky kind of... I wouldn't say quirky, but like very charismatic cheerleader. And very sympathetic as well, man.
Yeah, she kind of stole the show.
You think so?
I think so.
Really?
I liked her. She was just so entertaining, and the shit that she would say, like I didn't know what the hell she was gonna say next.
I was reading that a lot of people like really thought that she stole the show, like you. But for me, she didn't really steal the show for me.
She did. Like she didn't like grab it by the balls and pull, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like it took a minute. I'm like, yeah, definitely she's the standout here for sure.
Mm.
Like Catherine Newton was amazing, but I mean for like being the side character, the deuteragonist, if you will, like she was pretty damn good.
Yeah, dude. Who else was in Henry Eikenberry? We don't have to talk about him. He was just a generic character.
He was there.
Yeah, he was there.
He did well with the dialogue that he was given.
Yeah, he was alright.
Yeah.
So was Joe Kress, the dad.
Dad. That guy didn't give a shit, man.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. It was the 80s, dude. Yup. It was the 80s. Who cares, man?
Well, let's go visit your mom.
I thought Carla Gugino did really well.
She is great. I like her and everything.
With the screen time she was given, she did really well.
She played a really good bitch, and like that's a usual. It's kind of like a not what's the opposite of a typecast? Because she usually plays like a likable, charismatic person, and in this one she played like just a straight up bitch. And I'm like, holy shit, you're a terrible person. I love it.
I just think that I feel like this movie is gonna be one of those movies that finds its following years later. You know, like Jennifer's Body has that cult following. I feel like the same thing's gonna apply to this movie.
I think so.
I really enjoyed this movie. Me and Pat watched it together. Along with my girlfriend. My girlfriend was like kind of it's kind of too cheesy. It's kind of too like not my thing. I actually really did enjoy it. But the thing is, the box office for this movie, it was projected to gross 4 to 6 million from 3,144 theaters in its opening weekend. The film made 1.7 million on its first day, including 700,000 from Thursday night previews. It went on to debut to 3.8 million, finishing second behind holdover Argyle in its second weekend. The film made 2.1 million, falling to 9th place. So it's not doing too hot in the box office.
Yeah.
Essentially what that says.
This is probably going to break even.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a box office bomb yet.
No, I don't think so. No. And it doesn't deserve to be, in my opinion.
No, it was, like I said, it was stylishly shot. You know,
a lot of neon hues. You know, a lot of neon pink.
Yeah, a lot of '80s colors. Yeah, you can see in like an arcade. You know.
But you know, I think it was intentional too, because like it's paying homage to those dark comedies from then. The only one I could think of was probably like Beetlejuice, The Headers.
Yeah.
What's another dark comedy from that area that you feel like it takes inspiration from?
From the 80s?
Yeah.
It gave me
Weird Science.
Yeah, it kind of gave me Weird Science Mannequin vibes, like not Mannequin. Well, actually, yeah, Mannequin in the sense that something inanimate has been resurrected and all of a sudden has become a love interest. You know, not as weird as Mannequin, but definitely on the same ballpark as, it's a love story. You know how it's going to end. Either they're going to die in each other's arms, they're going to go on the shooting spree together, or they're going to fall in love and live happily ever after. That's one of 3 or 4 things that's going to happen.
Right.
That was one of my qualms with it. It did feel kind of by the numbers. I
felt like if yes and no for me, because at the beginning I thought it was going to be a whole different movie.
Same here, yeah.
I didn't think that, do you want to go into spoiler talk already, or do you want to like just keep talking about like the visual aspects of the movie first?
There'd be spoiler ahead.
All right, spoilers ahead. When we first sat down and this movie started rolling, with the credits being all cartoonish and it gave me very much a Tim Burton feel. It looked so much cartoony, zany, and even with the opening pull into the title credit with the gravestone with the spray painted Lisa and then Frankenstein on it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a PG-13 dark comedy. Dude, this was a very close like R, in my opinion.
It wasn't an R?
It wasn't an R.
Oh, I thought it was R.
It was. That's what I'm saying.
Huh.
PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for the emasculation
dude,
scene.
I'm so mad I didn't get to see that.
You had to leave, didn't you?
I had to. I was telling my girlfriend I never use the washroom during movies. I usually hold it in as much as I can, but I guess it was my first time drinking like that AMC large drink.
Yes, yeah, AMC hooks you up with those big drinks for $20.
I mean, shit, for $20, yeah.
Give you a little tiny pea cup to drink.
Oh my god!
Here's your large drink.
I come back and like. Shit's going down. Oh man! But
as soon as that happened, I'm like, damn, he really left it the worst possible part. He came back. I'm like, okay, good. I don't have to explain what happened.
No, man. So, to me, the movie felt like very much like a Tim Burton movie. I feel like Catherine's character Lisa. If this movie was made in the 80s, 90s, you know who's playing her? Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
Right? I very much see Winona Ryder. And if Catherine didn't get this part, I feel like Jenna Ortega would have gotten this part.
I think so, too.
But I'm so glad that Catherine got this part instead of Jenna Ortega. I think Catherine does that shy, timid girl that we first see in the beginning of the movie. She's we're introduced to her looking at herself in the mirror. She looks very depressed. She's not wanting to socialize.
Yeah.
And we come to learn why. It's funny too, because in the intro when we were first introduced to her, and when we see Taffy come in, I'm like thinking to myself, I feel like this is all ruse. Like she's just playing fake, you know.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I didn't think Taffy was gonna be a genuinely good person.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the whole little illicit rendezvous she has with Michael Kent was his name, or was it Trent?
I have no idea what his name is. Forget it. Michael Trent. Yeah. Look, hey, that was close. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh. Classic.
Michael Kent.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, her illicit rendezvous with him, it didn't feel like something she was doing out of spite. You know what I mean? Or
so I kind of missed that part. We'll get into it when we get there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, when we first are introduced to Lisa, Taffy's trying to help her out by, you know, being like, getting her to socialize because, you know, her doctor said so. So we know right away that, you know, Lisa's an introvert. Something's happened to Lisa. She's very depressed. And I think it's so funny that we're introduced to the tanning bed right away.
Yeah.
And if you notice on the tanning bed, I noticed this, it said the kiss of life or something like
that.
Oh, there's a sticker on it. And I'm like, okay, that's going to... I originally, when she got into the tanning bed, I don't know, because I kind of went into this movie blind. I thought Lisa was going to die right away.
Right, pull a Final Destination 3 and just cook him there.
Yeah, and then I thought like she was going to come resurrected or something like that. But,
right.
You know, again... this movie wasn't what I expected it to be. We get Lisa and Taffy going into the party, and the party is just
so 80s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The party scene was pretty good because
I meant like the setup for it, you know, with like,
with the music,
boom boxes,
80s music playing in the background,
Cetera playing, and you know, then it started off with the King of Wishful Thinking, and I'm like, what year does this movie take place? Oh, okay.
1989.
And at the party scene, we get one of the funniest moments from Taffy when she goes, you know, what kind of bod does he have? Basketball bod? Football bod? No, he doesn't have any kind of bod. He's cerebral. He's in a wheelchair.
I think she has a lot of quotable lines. Like, my favorite one is when she retracts what her mother said earlier. I'm an empath or something like that.
Oh, an IP, intuitive person.
She definitely delivered her lines really well, man.
Yeah.
Again, going back to the visuals of this thing, like in the party scene when Lisa gets laced. But what was in the cup? Was it? What did it say?
I thought they said it was PCP.
What is that though?
PCP, phencyclidine.
I don't know.
It's bad.
It's bad.
You don't want to play with PCP.
Is it like acid or something?
No, they call it the Superman drug because people, like, when they're on it, they can stand in front of a train and think they can stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they call it the Superman drug.
Yeah, and then that's another thing that kind of like goes into me, like where like when the creature does finally come out and he starts killing, he's only killing like people that are pretty bad people in my opinion.
Right, that have wronged Lisa.
For example, like when Lisa got like drugged, you think her lab partner is going to take her and be nice to her.
He's going to be like the love interest.
Yeah,
you know?
But almost immediately I got a weird vibe from him.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it was because Lisa was on something, or if it was because like it was intentional. But as soon as he sat down, I'm like, oh no! And then like when he grabs her hand, or like, it was just like
an uncomfortable scene.
Yeah, but and then when Zelda then does like the brilliant decision to transition into like a trip, so quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know, Lisa going into the graveyard, the green lightning striking the cemetery.
Right.
And then it goes into her dream sequence, which I thought was really well done.
Yeah.
And it paid an homage to like the silent films of the early 1902.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Bride of Frankenstein and stuff.
Yeah. No. But like George Millet, you know, the clown, or like the moon face.
Yeah.
Yeah. George. I don't know how to say his French name. George Millet. I'm gonna say it, but. I think another thing that in my opinion, it's done on purpose because she even says Pabst is my favorite director, silent film director.
Yeah.
And it kind of like alludes that the monster's not going to speak at all. It kind of like foreshadows like, you know, the silent.
Yeah.
You get it?
I get it.
You get it?
I think I do.
I took a film class.
I am the film class.
Oh shit. But overall, as soon as the monster's introduced, I think the movie changes its pace. You know, we go from Lisa being awkward, shy, timid, antisocial, to once she finally finds the monster, it's it kind of brings something out of her, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought the introduction to the monster was amazing.
Right.
Although it's I think he's credited as the creature.
The creature.
Yeah.
Creature monster.
Same thing. Yeah, but I think Cole Sprouse is so good.
He really was for not having any dialogue.
His physical acting was really well done.
He's come a long way since Big Daddy.
Dude, you know what's crazy? What I was thinking about. Remember in Big Daddy, he's like, "Oh, I want to be called Frankenstein."
Yep.
He's Frankenstein. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
Yeah. But I think once the plot actually around that time when the Frankenstein monster is introduced, the movie really starts getting its wheels turning.
Yeah.
It really starts going. We finally get some comeuppance to the people that have wronged Lisa.
Yep.
That being her stepmom. What was the actress's name? Gina what?
Oh, Carlo Gugino.
Carlo Gugino. Yeah. She who played who smacked her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she was trying to send her into a loony bin, quote unquote,
she had
psych ward.
Nurse Ratched vibes for sure.
Dude, you know that they always say like, oh, it's always the worst people, the worst girls that go into nursing.
Yeah.
You know that stereotype?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. That it's always like the mean girls from high school that go into nursing.
They really do.
Right? It's weird.
And then they get the joy of dealing with angry patients for the rest of their lives, you know.
Hey, man. Comeuppance. Yeah. But no, I really did enjoy this. The thing that confused me is like I did not expect them to immediately start like killing off the people.
Right.
My favorite thing, what I thought was gonna happen, is that he was just the monster was just gonna like not not kill people, but mess with them in a way.
Right.
But
like when he hacks the worm into her.
Yeah, with like something playful and innocent.
Right.
But it's only until like Lisa's like livelihood is threatened that the monster has to take action.
Yeah.
And and then Dylan Sprouse, again, he has no dialogue in this movie, but he conveys such emotion through just his expressions in his eyes, and the way he moves his face, the way he moves his body around. You can show that the monster truly loves Lisa. Kind of has like this not feels guilty about killing, and I think so does Lisa. It's shown that she first gets a throw after killing her stepmom, who has been terrorizing her for X amount of time.
Yeah, ever since her mom died, and her dad probably just jumped into a marriage.
Yeah. But I think that the transition that she gets it marries each other.
Yeah.
The monster becoming more human, and Lisa becoming more of a main character.
Yeah.
The
monster becomes human, and she becomes the monster.
Oh, snap. Yeah. And that's exactly what happens at the end. Yeah.
This is true. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ending kind of came out of nowhere. Like.
Yeah. I kind of felt like it was rushed.
It really was, because I thought for sure they were going to wrap everything up, and then it just ended.
I did feel like the film did have pacing issues too.
Yeah, it
was. Some moments felt a lot slower than others.
Right.
Some moments felt like they could have been cut shorter.
Right.
It didn't feel like. Again, I didn't feel like, oh man, when's this movie gonna end? But
no, I don't think I checked my watch at all.
I noticed my girlfriend checking her watch a lot.
Oh, right on.
So I was like, oh, is she bored?
Yeah. And the only time I checked my watch was when when my phone went off, and I wanted to see what it was, but it didn't tell me how much longer we had or anything. So I'm like, okay, that's definitely a good sign for a movie.
Yeah, but I could definitely see some people like checking their watch or being like,
much longer,
exactly.
Especially people who don't like. It's primarily like female dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially people who aren't like not necessarily in tune with female dialogue, but don't appreciate it as much as they should, because some of it is just genuine gold. Especially coming from somebody like Diablo Cody too. But
you could tell she's an Oscar-winning writer.
Yeah. Just the way that her characters have chemistry with each other. Always, she always has that. They have like their own lingo, their own like way of talking, their own little mannerisms and such,
Like I think Taffy's character exemplifies that the most, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I could see why you say she stole the show for you.
Yeah. Good job, Diablo.
But no, overall, man, I think the movie has its ups, but it also has its downs. Again, for me, it was some of the pacing. I feel like some of the twists came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you know?
without much merit behind them either.
Like,
it's like,
Taffy,
surprise.
yeah, Taffy sleeping with Lisa's crush.
Right, like I kind of expected that something like that was going to happen.
My girlfriend called it almost immediately.
Yeah, like I don't know how to put it. Like I knew something like that was going to happen, but I didn't think it would just happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought for sure there'd be like
build up to it.
Right.
Okay.
And there was no build up to it. It just literally was there, and it's like we're supposed to believe that.
But we get the funniest scene with him chopping off the.
Yeah, this is true. A nice emasculation scene for those of you who haven't seen it yet.
Can you explain to me what I missed?
Yeah, she walks in on the two of them getting down and dirty, and then Frankenstein comes in there and basically de-dicks the guy.
Does he de-dick her because he was jealous of her, or does he de-dick her because
He needs one.